Hey everybody, Jack Boyles, Steam Engines USA. I'm following up on this post about Froot Loops. So I saw this post where it said the Froot Loops in Canada is different than Froot Loops in the US. This is the box made in the United States. Here's the ingredients. This one is a jumbo box that I ordered that came from New York City, Canada, made in Canada. When you flip over to the side, it's got, let's see, where are we at? Kellogg's, Canada. See right there? Ontario. So this one is made in Canada. Let's look at the ingredients here. Let's slide over just a little bit. Canadian version. #1 ingredient, sugar. Then whole grain, corn flour, wheat flour, so on. And then you got all of these additives. And then I guess it's also in Canadian or French or what have you. Then over here, let's see, is it this one? Yeah. Ingredient. #1 ingredient, corn flour blend, then sugar. And if you know, when you read these ingredient labels, the very first ingredient is what it has the most of. So this is saying the Canadian one actually has more sugar than it has whole grain. This one has more grain than sugar. Vitamins and minerals, ingredients. So, based on that little video I saw about the Canadian version being healthier and not having all the additives for the box of Froot Loops, it's a lie. And the folks that posted in the comment on that post, they're like, no, they're like, hey, it's the same thing. So, I'm going to open these up. Let's see here, the big Jumbo brand. Let's see what it looks like. That's apparently got more sugar than anything else. Oh, and let's check this out. Let's see. It's got the fat, carbohydrates, potassium, sugar, phosphate. Where is it? Doesn't really say. Interesting. And they make these things so small. It's got the same amount of calories. I mean, it looks to be pretty much identical. Sodium. So sodium is 9 over here. Sodium is 7 in Canada. So it's measured differently. Calcium 0, calcium 1, iron 28, iron 25. Let's see, it's got vitamin C here, no vitamin C here. So it is different. Vitamin B, 13%. Vitamin B, 20%. So there is some differences. Interesting. So zero trans fat. All right, so color's different, or at least it looks different to me. Interesting. All right, let's open up the American version. Oh, look at that. You can already tell. American version, Canadian version. Canadian version has more sugar. Oh my gosh. All right, so I'm gonna dump it in a bowl and give it a old taste test. I'll come right back. All right, so came back and American version, Canadian version. I know what the American stuff tastes like. So, grew up with that since I was a kid. It's actually terrible for you. You really shouldn't eat it, but it's so full of sugar. Canadian version. Ready? Interesting. It does not have as sort of the pop, the punctual, that strong Froot Loops taste. Tastes like an off-brand Froot Loops. And it doesn't taste as sugary, which is interesting. Interesting. And then the American version. Similar taste. This one has the American version has a stronger, like a bolder, more zesty kind of, that Froot Loops flavor. Canadian version is like about 80%, maybe 90% milder taste. Yeah, it's just different. It is a little bit different. Did I say if I was at a hotel or something and I just got Froot Loops and I didn't know the difference, that there were two different types, I would think, well, maybe this one's just a little bit older. It almost tastes like it's been out there a little bit longer. And the boxes, let's see. This one looks like, I don't know, NO12 2025. This one is also December 15th, 2025. So they look to be also both of them expiring in December. So yeah, equally, they're both fresh. However, there is no savings in the ingredients. It's not healthier. It looks to be some flavors have been, some ingredients have been modified slightly. And maybe the coloring, let's see, because it uses different color, turmeric, natural flavors, concentrated watermelon juice, blueberry juice, Halito juice, sativa, leaf extract. So it looks like with the coloring, the Canada version has gone away from those very bad colorings. Let's see, yeah, because this one, it's so hard to read it. Yeah, see, this one's got red 40. And I need to put my glasses back on to see this. Yellow number 5, blue number 1, yellow 5, and red 40. So the American version has all of the artificial chemical colorings, and it looks like the Canadian version they have colored their Froot Loops with natural flavors. Hydrogenated coconut and vegetable oils are in this one, the Canadian version. Oh, corn bran, oat whole fiber, but yeah, it looks like watermelon juice, blueberry juice, Halito juice. So they've used juices to color the Canadian version, dyes, chemical dyes to color the American version. So Canadian version it is, just for that one reason. So yeah, pretty cool. The flavor's close, but I think just for the fact that it's still got all those harmful chemicals in it, to color the food. What was it, red 40, or the number 5, the blues, all that. I know that those colorings are terrible, and they're not good for you, and it causes all kinds of disease and stuff in the future. Or at least there's lots of research that says it's contributory. You shouldn't be consuming dyes, and a lot of foreign countries have gone away from those chemical dyes, and they're using more natural natural coloring ingredients. So it looks like Canadian version has more sugar, but has the natural flavors to dye their product. And then in America, our American version is full of all those chemical dyes. So yeah, so everybody that commented in that post that they're exactly the same thing, sort of right, but sort of wrong. There is differences, and that's the differences. Neither one of them's good for you, but they both taste great. I grew up eating that stuff, so, you know, when you grew up on Froot Loops, it is what it is. So yep, if you want some Canadian Froot Loops, apparently you can, they are drop shipped out of New York. And there you go. The packaging is different. Blue Froot Loops. There are no blue Froot Loops in the Canadian version. Let's see. And then pink. That's the pink. This looks almost red. Kind of magenta color. It's magenta. And then this is bright pink. And obviously the chemical dyes make them a lot brighter. Purple. Oh, the size is different too. Look at that. So these are smaller. A little bit more smaller. These are different. They're a little puffier. So yeah, there you have it. So if you ever wanted to know the difference, here's a real world home test comparison between Froot Loops in Canada and Froot Loops in America. There you have it. From High Point, North Carolina. Thanks for watching. Steve Mentions USA. Have a great day.